I'm Ilya Marchenko.
I'm Dennis Kudla.
I'm Jesper de Jong.
I'm Henry Laakson.
I am Francisco Cerundolo, and you are listening to the Game to Love podcast.
Good morning. If you're in the same time zone as me here in Vancouver, we're at 7:45 a.m. If you're somewhere else, good afternoon or good evening. We have the final quarterfinal from the Monte Carlo Rolex Masters 1000 series on the ATP Tour. We've got a couple of young Italians, Lorenzo Musetti, who upset the world number one Novak Djokovic yesterday. And we also have Jannik, one of the hottest players on the tour since the beginning of the year, made it to the semis of Indian Wells, made it to the finals of Miami, and now he's into the quarters here. That is Jannik, the former skier and the formidable talent. So very excited to have you all here. My name is Covey, and please do give us a like, give us a subscribe if you're new. This match is just about to start. You know what that means? That means I need to get your predictions in right after this. Let me know who you think is going to win and what the score will be. All right, folks, let's go with the predictions. We've got, the match just has begun. Musetti serving first. We're into a rally here. Forehand up the line, Musetti. Backhand cross-court Sinner. Backhand Musetti. Forehand Sinner. Backhand Musetti. Forehand cross-court Sinner. Musetti gets that back. Defensive slice back. And then Sinner with a wrong foot there. Wrong footing Musetti and goes into the same corner and takes a love 15 lead on the Musetti serve. All right, we got my man Cedric. Welcome, Cedric. Had you in the chat yesterday during the Medvedev-Zverev match. Good to have you once again. Sinner in 3 close sets. Okay. Also saying big up to you, my man. And Covey gets it done. By the way, folks, please do support the Game to Love tennis podcast. This is how you can do it. The link is on the screen. All right, folks. So we said predictions. I'm going to give you mine. I think Jannik Sinner is going to take it in 3. No, I'm going to say 2, actually. I'm going to say Jannik Sinner is going to take it in 2. I think the Musetti magic is going to run out, not because I think badly of him, but I just feel like Sinner is kind of in such a good mode right now in the last few weeks, and he just looks calm and confident out there so far. We've got Peaches in the house. Good morning, Covey and GTL fam. Good morning, Peaches. It is lovely to have you as always. Look, Cedric agrees, saying, hey, Peaches, with the emojis. All right, we got Sinner cross-court forehand. Ooh, Musetti with a bullet up the middle, but backhanded defensively back by Sinner. And then Musetti goes, I think they called it long. It looked like Musetti hit a forehand. And I don't know if they called it in or out, but the umpire is off of his chair, and he has officially called it out. Which was weird because the way Sinner reacted, it looked like he thought it was in, even though, I don't know. It was weird. The way he reacted was not how you normally react when you're in that position. Anyways, here we go. Musetti quickly down triple break point here against his compatriot. All right, we got Sean Power saying 6-4, 6-2 Sinner. We got Peaches Sinner for the winner. All right, another forehand to forehand. Musetti forehand, now forehand Sinner. Backhand slice Musetti up the middle. Forehand inside out Sinner, and then defensively Musetti pops that up, but it lands in the alleyway, and break to love to start the match. Way to go, my man Sinner.
Jannik Sinner. Jannik Sinner.
Jannik Sinner. Man, I can't believe I hit that high note without cracking my voice there. I'm just looking for the MUSETTI button. Do we have one? Please say it's on here. Please say it's on. Yes, we do have the MUSETTI button. All right, folks. So Jannik Sinner up 15 love early in this one. 15 love. 1 love with an early break, I should say. Break to love. So let's see. We got some more action here. We've got everyone saying hello. We've got Ram Bakshi, Singapore's finest, in the house saying hi, Cubby. Hello, my man. Good to have you in here, brother. Big up Ram, says Cedric. Hey, Ram from Peaches. Hey, Cedric and Peaches. And we got GSL. Oh, actually, we got Gene as well saying, hey, guys, welcome, Gene. So MUSETTI wins the first point on the center serve. So all 5 points have gone to the returner so far in this match. GSL, one of the faves, Covey, GTL fam. Unfortunately, I have 2 meetings this morning that are conflicting with this match. You know what happens in that situation, Gary? Always choose tennis. Hopefully, I'll be back in time for the finish. Would love to see a Sinner-Runa match tomorrow. Yeah, Runa just took out the red-hot Daniil Medvedev. By the way, this trend of returners winning all the points continues as we are 6 for 6 now. As MUSETTI won MUSETTI has won both points so far on the Sinner serve, and Sinner won all 4 points on the MUSETTI serve to kick off this match. So who is going to hold? Who's going to get a point on their own serve first? Stay tuned, as I will be answering all of these questions and much more during this match. Nice serve out wide. No, it's called wide. My bad. Okay, so GSL is going to be joining us later, hopefully for a nice finish here. And finally, we got a return long from MUSETTI, and Sinner is the first player to win point on his serve. Gary, hi, we will miss you. Sinner will win this in 2, I think. I agree with you, my friend. I have Sinner in 2 as well. Sinner has definitely put on some muscle. Good to see. Yeah, boy, Sean. Yeah, I think he's still going to take him a little while to fill out, maybe even a couple more years just because of his body type, but he is definitely getting stronger. He's getting better in the forecourt. So, hey, Sir Gene, says Peaches. There we go. Gary saying, Peaches, shucks, thank you. Gary, hopefully you'll have greeted the day today. Love that. Yeah, greeted the day, greeted the morning sun. Kind of telling Gary's representing GTL, telling the sun, hey, the GTL fam is here with you. We love you. Let's go. Let's have a great day. Great way to start the day, Gary. Run in the morning. All right, here we go. Sinner back to level at 30 all. First serve is a let, so another first serve on the way as I drink my morning smoothie. First serve is now long. In case you're wondering, I got oat milk in there. I got pressed yogurt, a big scoop. I got hemp hearts, shelled hemp hearts, and then blueberries, raspberries. And there you go. Oh, a nice little cat and mouse point at the net here. And MUSETTI ends up taking it with a winner up the line. So let's see if they show the replay, but it looks like Jannik Sinner kind of did a drop. MUSETTI got there. Actually, Sinner got to the net first, volleyed to the feet of MUSETTI, and then was forced to hit another volley, was Sinner. He puts it cross court, and then MUSETTI gets to that and pushes it up the line. So it is break point for MUSETTI, 30-40 here on the Sinner serve. By the way, folks, can you believe it? This is only their second match in their career. Sinner took out MUSETTI in Antwerp in 2021, 2 years ago on the hard court. So, surprisingly, these two similarly aged Italians haven't played more matches against each other. Interesting. MUSETTI, 21-year-old, number 21 in the world. Sinner, also 21, but he's number 8 in the world. So, both players doing Italia very proud lately. Especially MUSETTI had a really rough start to the year, and he really picked it up here. He had 3 bagels in his first 2 matches here before he played Djokovic ended up winning that after losing the first set. So gutsy performance there. Had 4 match points in the end and finally converted. By the way, Sinner comes back to level, but then Musetti takes that point, and we are at break point number 2, advantage Musetti. So both players having a tough time on serve so far. No easy games. Musetti got broken to love, so I guess you could say it was easy for Sinner. And Sinner now, second break point already in this first game. Okay, here we go. Serve is good up the middle, returned up the middle. Now forehand cross-court Sinner, blocked back Musetti. That's like a lob. Now he goes inside out forehand to the backhand of Musetti, which he slices into the net, and it's back to deuce. By the way, Snahill saying, hi, Covey, Sinner in 2, let's go. I have the same as you, Snahill. Great to have you, India's finest. Costel Gaina says, win Sinner. Okay. Like the predictions, folks. Gary's like Yoda of GTL. There is no try, just do. There you go. Agree, Sean, says Cedric. Win Sinner, win Sinner. We got a lot of win Sinners here from our Costel Gaina. Sinner with an overhead at the net, which he doesn't cleanly put away. Musetti gets a racket on it, but that goes way, goes everywhere but on the court. Actually, that landed in the stand. So Sinner now advantage, and he has a chance to consolidate after saving 2 break points already. Oh, yeah, there's whey protein in there, too. 6.5 minutes inner for Sinner and Musetti in the second game. All right. Ooh, ripper of a forehand from Sinner right to Musetti, blocks it back. And then Sinner has a short ball, and he goes up the line, winner. So Sinner holds, he breaks, and then he consolidates. He is up 2-love early. I really do this 2 games in, but we're going to give him a second button because he really gutted that one.
Jannik Sinner. Jannik Sinner.
All right, folks. Jannik Sinner up a break 2-love early here in the first set in the final quarterfinal from the Monte Carlo Rolex Masters 1000 Series ATP level event. And Musetti's backhand goes long on the rally ball, and it is love 15 here. So Musetti rocking the Nike gear. So is Sinner, but they're both looking extremely different. We got Musetti, got the backwards teal hat. All right, they're showing the serve here, so I'll get into the kit more in a second. Backwards teal hat, and now he's got the green shirt with the squiggly lines on it. The ones that had the same pattern as the strawberry shortcake pattern that Tiafo wore. He wore like the cream and red version. Got a nice little rally going. Sinner cross-court forehand. Defensive lob there from Musetti. Goes long. So it's now love 30. Sinner just out on fire. Yeah, so he's wearing that shirt with the squiggly patterns, kind of like all the way down the shirt. It's a green background with, I think, like brown as on the squiggles. I gotta take a better look here. Oh, no, it's not brown at all. It's like blue and yellow off a teal base. He's also got white shorts. He's got a teal wristband on his left wrist, and he's rocking white socks and dark shoes, is Musetti. Backhand from Sinner into the top of the net. So it's 15-30 now. Musetti, yeah. So Musetti, he's got 2. So he's rocking the teal hat, teal shirt with the yellow and navy blue patterns. And he's got the teal wristbands and the white Nike shorts, white socks, black shoes. We'll get to Sinner in a second. He's also rocking Nike, but totally different gear. We got Gary, Sean, thanks, and Cedric. I greeted the day today as always. See everyone shortly, I hope. Gary saying, "Do you like Sinner, Costel?" And the reason for that is Costel has boom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of Nadal in there, a Sinner and a Sinner. So about 7 Sinner messages and 1 Nadal thrown in there. Okay, here we go. Musetti serving at 1540. It's double break point. So he's just been facing break points like crazy. Second serve now is good. Backhand return. Backhand Musetti. Forehand Sinner now. Forehand Musetti. Backhand Sinner to the same spot. And then he comes in. Musetti floats one to the net, and Musetti and Sinner with a backhand volley into the open court. And he breaks for a second straight time. He's running away with this set so far, folks. He's up 3-love. Dare I say, potential bagel? It's only a half bagel, folks. You can't be throwing bagels out so easily, Cov. That's me talking in the third person. By the way, folks, speaking of third person, you could be the 15th person to hit like on this video. We have about 54 people watching, and we have 14 likes. So normally in my chats, we've got almost a 1-to-1 ratio. So we're lagging behind. I implore you to give us a like if you would like to support the channel. Also, please throw in a comment if you're new, or if you're not new, but you generally lurk in the background and you're a little nervous and you're not used to commenting. Please let me know where you're from. I'm from Vancouver, Canada. My name is Covey, and I love tennis, and I love watching tennis with people from anywhere, as long as they love tennis too. So please do let me know where you're from, or who your favorite player is, who you think's going to win this match, this tournament, or maybe something going on in the Billie Jean King Cup. The women are doing that. Qualifiers are going on. By the way, folks, I'm going to run through the rest of the quarterfinals from earlier today. All of them were straight sets victories. Rublev over John Leonard Struff in straights. Tsitsipas lost in straights to Taylor Fritz. That's an impressive victory for Fritzy. That was straight sets, of course. And Holger Rune, 2-love over Medvedev. Medvedev had won 26 of his last 27. So halting some winning streaks again is Holger Rune. And then, of course, we've got Lorenzo Musetti down a break. And he's down love 3 early in the first set after he took out world number 1 Novak Djokovic yesterday in a pretty epic match by all accounts. Novak apparently wasn't playing his best. His serve MPH were low, so there's a little worry about his arm, his elbow. But afterwards, in a very curt manner, said in the post-match press conference, he said, very shortly, he's like, I don't want to talk about it. I'm fine. I just didn't play well, and all congrats to Musetti. You could tell he just was unhappy with his performance, as you would expect the world number 1 to be. He is obviously always expecting to win. By the way, the first point on the Sinner serve goes to that man, Sinner himself. So he's looking to... Sorry, I mentioned that Musetti's down a break. He's actually down 2 breaks. 1 consolidated. So if Sinner can hold here, it'll be 2 fully consolidated breaks, which would be a horrendous start for Musetti. By the way, I was mentioning that Musetti was pretty hot coming into this one. So Musetti, first of all, he beat Miomir Kecmanovic. Okay, Kecmanovic made it all the way to the finals. Lost to Casper Ruud last week in Estoril. Okay, but Kecmanovic was playing some of the best tennis on tour leading up to that final. Then he lost in straight sets. And then the next match right after that, Musetti beat him in a tiebreak in the first set, 7-6, and then he bageled him. All right. After that, so basically Musetti has gotten 1 bagel so far in the first match of the tournament. In the second match, he got a double bagel. He beat Luca Nardi, 6-love, a rare double bagel on the men's side. And then he beat Novak in 3. So he's been playing really well, has Musetti. So it would behoove him to get going here and get on the scoreboard, or else Sinner is the type of player who can make quick work of you if you're not on. All right, here we go. Sinner at 30-15. We got a rally going. Forehand, Musetti cross court. Beautiful forehand up the line, Sinner, and that's a clean winner. Double game point now. 40-15 for the tall, ginger-haired Italian. Speaking of the tall, ginger-haired Italian, he is rocking black and yellow. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. All right, so Musetti, black hat. He's got one black wristband on the right wrist, nothing on the left. He's wearing black shorts, white socks, white shoes, and a very bright yellow top, like the color of a tennis ball. Looking nice, looking decked out. He's wearing his hat forward. Musetti, as always, is rocking the hat backwards. All right, so it's 40-30 as Musetti grabs that last point. Still game point here for Sinner. Also like Sinner, but probably not as much as Costel. Macy Gonzalez saying, Musetti, welcome, Macy. Thank you so much. Yes, Billie Jean King Cup, please, says Macy. We got another Sinner. Sinner's the best. Sinner Forza Sinner. Sinner could go up to number 6 in the rankings if he wins the tournament. I like this information, Sean. Thank you for that. I did not know that. And, you know, that's fitting for how good of a player he is. I've always felt that he's been too low in the rankings. And one of the reasons is the Wimbledon result, but also he just always seems to get injured. And at just inopportune moments, he'll make it far in 1 or 2 tournaments, and then he'll get injured, really off for a couple weeks. But I think this year is going to be his year. He should end up in the year-end championships. And a short ball return. Oh, by the way, I was chatting away there. Sinner does hold and consolidates for a second time, so he's up 4 love. All right, Musetti takes the first point on his serve here in game number 5. It's 15 love. Here comes first serve now, is good, out wide, backhand return cross court, backhand Musetti, backhand Sinner, backhand Musetti. Now Sinner runs around that, forehand up the line, Musetti forehand. Now forehand drop shot from Sinner. Musetti will get there and pushes it cross court for the winner. Nice wheels from Lorenzo, and it is now 30 love. Still looking to get on the board is Musetti. I have a blueberry in my smoothie that made it out intact. All of the other raspberries and blueberries got cut up by the blade of the blender, but that one made it. That's impressive. You deserve to live if you can make it through that blender. However, I'm still going to eat them. Unfortunate for that blueberry. All right, first serve into the net at 30 love from Musetti. So that means a second serve is on the way. Here we go. Tosses up. Ball is off the tape and lands just long. We have a double fault. And that is the first double fault of the entire match for either player. Neither player before that had an ace or a double fault. Sinner doing much better on his first serve, 81% in. So he's been one of the reasons why he's up a double break. Also, one of the reasons is because Musetti's only gotten just over half of his serves in. 7 out of 12 in. All right, second serve is good. Backhand return up the cross court, and then Musetti rips a backhand up the line. Beautifully done, and it is 40-15. So Musetti now has a chance, 2 of them actually, to make it through and get his name on the scoreboard, getting a number 1 in front of him, beside his name, as he is down love 4 right now. Just 22 minutes into this one. Did you guys watch the last match? Who watched Runa Medvedev? I'm not sure who was calling it. I don't know if it was Ben, JG, or someone else. Sinner goes into the net on the forehand, and Musetti is on the board. He is down 1-4, still down a couple of breaks, but he's on the board. That's an encouraging sign. So I think it's time that Musetti gets some button action.
You never forget me. Ooh. Tell you if you let me, don't you upset me. You'll never forget me. Wanna bet me, see me on the telly, fans hang around me. Coming from Tuscany, my name's Lorenzo Musetti.
Yeah, so that button reminds me. Okay, I've never actually been to Italy or a lot of Europe, like the Mediterranean, but it reminds me of like the Mediterranean. So you're on like this like restaurant that's on the beach. It's a lot of like white stone type of thing, and you're kind of on the patio, and then that's playing in the background. You'll never forget me, Lorenzo Mussetti. What does that button remind you of? Does it remind you of the Italian Riviera or beaches or food like me? Or does it remind you of something else? Let me know in the comments. Always good to know what you guys are thinking. Sometimes I share too much of what I'm thinking. Like how I told you about the blueberry that made it through the blender and then I just ate it. And poor guy made it through such an ordeal just to get eaten. Musetti. All right, so what else we got going on here, folks? Let's take a look. Sinner kicks off with a nice serve out wide. Now we've got a lob from Musetti. Sinner's backing up, but that lob goes out, and it's 15-love Sinner. Let's see here. Games are getting shorter and shorter. They were longer at the beginning, and now they're getting shorter. All right, folks. So the winner of this match will be facing Holger Rune in the semifinals. Rublev and Fritz is already locked in. So just so you know what happens, what the stakes are. Crazy kick serve out wide, and Musetti, I think he was too far back because he waited for it to drop, but it dropped so late. And then he tried to do a moonball back, but that one goes long. That was hard to handle. Really nice kick serve there, and it's 30-love for Sinner. Now, first serve goes long from Sinner at 30-love. We will see a second serve. Cedric labeling me blueberry murderer. Yep, and it was delicious. And second serve is another kicker, but this time Musetti times it perfectly and goes winner cross court from the forehand side. Beautifully done. Rune Sinner could be a classic. I agree with you, Sean. I think it would be a great match. Both players are playing pretty well right now. Who would you take if you had to choose right now, Sean? I'm curious to know. Let me know, and then I'll tell you who I would take. Mayur Patil saying hi, Covey. Welcome. Saying hello, GTL fam. Great to have you, Mayur. Oh, also great to have Manor. Hi, Covey. I'm a Medvedev fan. Medvedev hater now, and this tournament. Okay, well, you have your wish. He lost to Holger Rune. Some people call him Toddler Rune. Oh my goodness. What a forehand up the line from Jannik Sinner. He destroyed that ball. Musetti goes backhand cross court. Sinner was already there, and he just tattooed that one up the line. Gosh, show the miles per hour, because that was an absolute ripski. So happy Med lost, says Manor. Max in the house from Las Vegas. Hey, coming everyone. Welcome, Max. I'm still surprised that Musetti defeated Novak. That was from yesterday. Sean saying Sinner just about. Yeah, I'm on the same train as you. I think it would be close. I picked Sinner to win this in 2. I think that if they played, it would be. I would still choose Sinner, but I would guess that he has a harder time versus Rune than Musetti. All right, so Musetti brings Sinner in with a drop shot. Sinner gets there, but goes long on the backhand. Up the line. So it is 40-30, still game point for Jannik Sinner. We got Cedric. Musetti button is pleasant but forgettable, not like the Cerundolo one that gets stuck in your head. There you go. Thank you for your input. Manoris, hello, says Cedric and Max. Vamos Toddler Rune. I called him like that. LOL. And a lot of people saying hello to each other. Love the togetherness of the GTL fam. All right, so Musetti with a backhand slice. Sinner tries to go up the line forehand, but goes just long. And a game that looked pretty easy has now gotten to deuce. Sinner was up 40-15. Now it's 40 all. Still up a couple breaks, though, is Jannik Sinner. Musetti is on the board, however, so it's 4-1 Sinner. Looking to make it 5-1. He's 2 points away, but Musetti is looking focused here. Here we go. Ooh, serve up the tee is just a hair long. Here comes the second serve. Hey, Lexi Iverson. Hey, Cubby, just dropping by to say hi and give my like. Thank you very much. Congrats to whoever wins Monte Carlo. I only have Rublev left from my boys. Yeah, he's playing Fritzy in the semifinals. And Musetti takes that point from Sinner, setting up another break point, trying to get one of the two back. Lexi, are you also sexy Lexi? Is this the same Lexi? I'm curious to know. And Cedric saying hi to Lexi. We got Costells, love Sinner, win Roland Garros. Ems, hey Cubby, Sinner for the win, says Ems. I have the same thing. I have Sinner in 2. Great to have you, Ireland's finest. I guess you almost done work on a Friday, Ems? You still got work for another 45, 43 minutes, or are you done? I'm curious. Cedric, hopefully not too sad over Steph. Oh, yeah, Tsitsipas lost. Chris Ka, after Djokovic, these are my 3 favorite players, Rune, Rublev, and Sinner, all of them in the semis, I hope. Yeah, well, you got Rune for sure. You got Rublev for sure, and Sinner's looking good. He's at deuce here. He's up a couple of breaks on Musetti. Forehand return Musetti. Drop shot off of that from Sinner, and it's a winner. And it is game point Sinner once again. Cedric, super. That's how Lexi's doing. Haha, I don't think that's me. Only my workmate calls me that. Okay, the reason I say that is because we have someone who comes into our chats. Her name is Sexy Lexi. She's from Texas. That's actually her name. It's her handle is Sexy Lexi. So I was like, do you have because some people have a second account. All right, serve out wide. Musetti runs around the backhand to the forehand and works his way to the net. Drop shot off of a Sinner forehand, and then Sinner gets to the drop shot and goes up the line and holds. No, sorry, does he hold? Yeah, he holds. Why is my scoreboard not updating? They have it at deuce. It's not deuce. The scoreboard, this one here, it's wrong. It's actually 5-1 now, as Musetti is holds right there. Give him some more love.
Jannik Sinner. Jannik Sinner.
All right, so Musetti has a drop shot. Sinner gets to it. And then he redrops it, and then Musetti lobs it over his head, and Sinner can't get that in. So nice little cat and mouse point to start this game. It is 15-love Musetti on his serve. So Musetti with the drop shot. Sinner, actually he didn't redrop. He pushed it forward, and Musetti lobbed it out of the air, didn't let it bounce, and then Sinner was not able to get that. So it is 15-love, second serve on the way. $15 all off of a double fault. And here we go. Max looking at the scores, and Holger didn't even give Medi a set for the match. No, the second set was close there, but yeah, Rune played pretty well. I only caught the very end of that. Cedric saying not many people can sing that high note. Yeah, I hear you. I've tried a couple times unsuccessfully. Chris Costello, I know he lost guy. My comment is about the others. I think our friend Costel is just a huge Sinner fan. Menor saying Max as deserved. M saying so impressed with Fritz today. Steph was shocking. Didn't catch any of that. That was in the dead of night for me. actually, this is another fortuitous that I could even do this one. I woke up at 7:20 my time and noticed that this match was up next. Rune and Medvedev were still midway through the second set. And I saw that there was a note, I don't want to call this match. And I looked at my clock and I was like, oh my God, I can do this one. So I splashed some water on my face, made myself a smoothie. Here we are, folks. By the way, folks, please do give us a like and a subscribe if you're new. That way you can hit the notify button and you can find out whenever we have an upcoming video, whether it be a news video, whether it be a Cubby's Corner, which is my weekly roundup show every Monday, whether it's an upcoming play-by-play stream, draw preview, draw reaction, things like that. Musetti brings Sinner to the net, and Sinner puts away a little half volley, and it is now set point, as also break point. So Musetti's serving 30-40, and Sinner has a chance to take the set right now if he wins this next point. Musetti's arguing. He said the umpire is saying in French that you guys are being too loud. Musetti was complaining. I think something behind Sinner, so something in his field of sight was kind of annoying him. But we're back. Serve is good. Backhand return up the middle. And then drop shot from Musetti off of that. Sinner goes cross court off the drop, and he just misses it. If he made that, that would have been a gorgeous kind of cross court redrop. But alas, it was just wide, and Musetti brings it to deuce here. So, nervy moments here, folks. Nervy moments. Musetti surely would want Sinner to have to face the pressure of serving it out. Sinner's like, nah, I just want to end it here on your serve if that's cool. All right. Okay, we've got first serve up the tee is long. So second serve now from Musetti coming up. By the way, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm rocking a different hat. I actually had this hat for like 3 years, and it's been in my closet, and I totally forgot about it. It's maybe the third time I've ever worn it. It's actually a sample hat given to us when our record label was trying to buy some hats. Sinner goes wide on a routine forehand, and Musetti with the advantage now. Manor asking me, Cubby, you didn't read what I said about Jannik. Let me go back. Sinner has amazing chance to win Masters 1000 again. If he doesn't win Monte Carlo, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, I hear you there. He's probably the one player who everyone most thinks should have a Masters 1000 who doesn't, if that makes sense. So of all the players who don't on the tour, Sinner is the one. Oh, Musetti with another beautiful drop shot. He's really hitting drop shots nicely. And Sinner couldn't get to that before the second bounce. Musetti's not looking too impressed with himself, though. Just kind of straight-faced walking back to his bench, and he does hold for a 2-5. Now Sinner will have a chance to serve out the set. King of Just in the house. What's up, Cubby and everyone? Welcome, my friend. Great to have you. One of our biggest footy fans as well. All the quarterfinal disappointed by results. I thought Fritz stuff would be closer. Same with this one. This one's not over, but right now it is definitely looking like one-way traffic. Max saying, hi, King of Just. Hey, King of Just. It's nice to see you. Chris Ka says, I knew Sinner would play today in this level. Incredible with the heart emoji. At a boy. Cedric. Cat. Sinner win. The redrop might be my favorite shot, but not an angled one. Just a little dink straight ahead. I hear you, Sean. I hear you. The angled one is the redrop, if you do it perfectly, is more impressive because you have like the distance you have to do it is shorter, and it just shows like better hands. But yeah, definitely a fun one. Fun shot, especially when it comes out of the blue. Cedric giving a thumbs up to King. 30 likes now, folks. We're up to 30 likes. We have 67 people in here. I'm wondering if it's possible. Can we get to 50 likes before the end of this set? Is it possible? I believe, folks. Please help us get there. And also, just want to say thank you to anyone, regardless of if you hit like or not. I'm appreciative that you were here watching this match with me and enjoying some tennis from beautiful, picturesque Monte Carlo. If you are unable to watch because you don't have a TV stream in your country or whatever, I'm happy to be your eyes and ears. So again, thank you to everyone for joining me on this stream. By the way, I'm from Vancouver, Canada. In case you were wondering, if you're new and you want to let me know where you're from, just drop it in the comments. Always nice to know who I'm watching. Tennis Switch. First serve here in game number 8 is an ace up the tee from Sinner. Gosh, I keep mixing up the two Italians. Their names are so different, but I keep half saying one and then correcting myself. All right, Sinner, 15 love, just 3 points away from a 6-2 first set. Can he pull it off? First serve here at 15 love is wide. Here comes the second serve now. And it's served up the middle. It looked like he was going to go wide, but he tricked Musetti and went up the middle, and Musetti's forehand goes long. It's 30 love now for Sinner. Sean saying the angled one is obviously more common. Yeah, you have way more space to get it in. And it's easier to hit when you're running forward, because if you're running forward with full speed and you're trying to like redrop, so you're trying to like your body's moving really fast, but you're trying to make sure the ball doesn't go far. That's harder to do than to get it and then slice it. Very correct on that, Sean. I like the redrop convo. Max, what do you think he needs to improve on in your opinion? I think he just needs to work on the mental game. I think he needs to work on closing out matches. I think he needs to work on his nerves. So a lot of the mental stuff. And Sinner, unreturned serve at 40 love, and it's a hold to love. We'll get to that in a second, Max. So it is a game to love, and it is a first set for Jannik Sinner.
Jannik Sinner. Jannik Sinner.
All right. So, so Max, what do I think Musetti? So for me, Musetti mainly has to work on the mental game. And the reason I say that is because we have seen him have some pretty big wins. He's pushed Novak to 5 sets in a major. He's beaten Novak just yesterday. He took out Alcaraz in the Hamburg final. So those are the types of things that shows me that when his game is on, he has the tools and skills to be able to hang with these top-end players. But the consistency of going deep into tournaments, of constantly, facing guys who are below you and making sure you beat them, he doesn't always do that. He also has some trouble against players who are ahead of him, which makes sense because they're ahead of him. There's some things he needs to work on, but I think it's mainly mental. And he just has to keep getting deeper and deeper into tournaments so that he gains more and more experience in those pressure moments. And also in the later matches of tournaments. So that's my thing there. We got the Compliment King. On this edition of Breakfast with Covey, we have a couple of Italians. Thanks for joining us, the Compliment King. I'm wondering now, was yesterday a fluke? It's not easy to back up a win over one of the best players in the world. There's a lot of adrenaline loss. Also, Sinner, in my opinion, and by rankings, and pretty much factually, I would say at this point, is just a better player. A little snooze on that alarm. Sinner is a better player than Musetti, so I don't think it's a letdown that he's not, winning this match just because he beat Novak. I still think it would have been like right after the match, if you said, hey, who do you think is going to win tomorrow between Sinner and Musetti? I still would have picked Sinner. So I don't think Musetti's doing anything wrong. He's just facing a really solid Sinner right now. And it's a double fault Musetti to kick off the second set. Is that an omen? I hope not, but it is love 15. Manor, I'm back. Maybe Musetti is a type of player that showed up for one tournament. I mean, how many times has it happened, folks, where someone has taken out, say, Nadal in a major, and then the next round they lose, or they'll take out Djokovic in a major, and next round they lose, because it takes a lot of energy and adrenaline to beat these players. So there's often a letdown because the high of winning is so high that it's hard to get back to that level, you know? I know in hockey we've had that as well. Compliment King, thumbs up from Cedric. Max asking, what do you regularly eat for breakfast, Covey? So ever since I was told that my blood sugar was high, by the way, I have really good news about that. So last month I went to the doctor. I took, tests, blood test, urine test, and they're like, your blood sugar is really high, like really high to the point where you're pre-diabetic, which really shook me to my core because I've always been a healthy person, been able to eat anything I want. So for the last month, since that meeting with the doctor, I've been having exclusively what I had, the shake. So I have oat or almond milk, and I take a big, huge, like a heaping tablespoon of Greek pressed yogurt. Then I put whey protein, and I put some hemp hearts, which are kind of like little seeds. Nice drop shot on the +1 for Musetti. It's a clean winner. A Sinner didn't even try to make his way. So yeah, whey protein, almond milk, berries, either raspberries, blackberries, or blueberries, the hemp hearts, and the pressed yogurt. So I have that for breakfast. So I've been doing that for a month. So I went to my doctor yesterday, and my doctor is like, all of your sugar levels and your cholesterol levels are down, like by huge amounts. So he was like, what have you been doing? And I told him, I was like, I've completely changed my diet. I've cut out carbs, and this is what I've been having for breakfast, the smoothie and stuff like that. By the way, Musetti holds. So after that double fault to kick off the set, he does end up holding, and it is 1-love for the 21-year-old Italian, which doesn't tell you much because they're both 21-year-old Italians. So there you go, Max. So yeah, ever since the last month, I've been having pretty much exclusively smoothies. Once in a while, I'll have egg whites with some like onion and maybe spinach or whatever. But that's pretty much all I have been having for breakfast in the last month. That's probably going to be how my life's going to go for the next little bit. My doctor was so impressed. So basically at first last month, he was like, Covey, you're going to need to take pills for the rest of your life because your sugar is so high. But after meeting him yesterday, he said, you know what? Because I said, I told him, I said, look, I didn't take any of the medicine. I don't want to have to take medicine to survive. I feel like I'm too young for that. And I told him, I'm not going to take the medication. He's like, well, I recommend it, but do it yourself. So I did it myself. And like I said, after a month, he was like, your blood sugar's gone down dramatically. It's still not where I want it to be. But he's like, I want you to keep the same diet you've been doing for the next month. Come back in a month. And if it keeps going down, then we'll be in good shape. If not, we'll kind of take precautions for what to do. But it was really encouraging. So it gave me a bounce in my step. So there's a very long-winded answer of what do I have for breakfast. All right, Sinner 15 love. Sorry, it's love 15 on the Sinner serve. And it's an unreturned serve. It goes into the net. So now it's 15 all on the Sinner serve. He is down love 1, but on serve here early in the second set. Of course, Sinner did take the first set 6-2. The Compliment King, this is sport matchups. Yeah, for sure. Some players just have the number of other players. All right, we got forehand to forehand Musetti, backhand Sinner, cross court, backhand slice Musetti, forehand cross court Sinner goes wide, and it is now 15-30. So Sinner looks like he's having a little bit of a lull just in terms of overall energy and everything. Also looks like he's not breathing hard, but he's definitely breathing a bit. Peaches had to jump. Congrats on the health improvement, Covey. Yes, thank you very much. It was really great yesterday. So a month ago when I saw the doctor and he told me that, I was shook. I was like, oh my God. And then yesterday when he told me that, things are going in the right direction, I had awesome bounce in my step. So So yeah, good news. Thank you guys for the positivity. Peach is saying, "Hey Maxi, Compliment King, amazing to hear. Congrats, Covey, inspirational." Yeah, well, I'm glad I went and saw. I actually went to see my doctor just randomly. I was like, "Oh, I turned 40 recently. I want to get a checkup." So I didn't actually go because I had an event that was like, "Oh, I fainted because I had low blood sugar." It wasn't anything like that. It was just a random. So I figured if that's why I went in, that it's not too late, because if you go in because you fainted because your glucose levels, then that's a different story. That means your body's already like not processing things properly. But I think I caught it on time, so just gonna stay healthy, no junk food, eating lots of whole grains and stuff. All right, Sinner. It's a break point against. It's 30-40. Serve up the tee. MUSETTI, a lob return, and it's long. So Sinner saves a break, and it is deuce. That's a clutch serve right there. One swing of the racket, and he gets a point, and he erases a break point. Max saying ditto what Peaches said, and hey Peaches, says Max. All right, folks. So did we end up hitting the goal of 50 likes before the first set? We did not. We got to 33. So we went from 30 to 33. So we did make 3 out of 20. That's not bad. All right, MUSETTI takes another point. So it's advantage MUSETTI for the second break point opportunity here. Again, Sinner not looking super sharp here. Just not looking dull, but he's not looking sharp. He's just very kind of neutral. Still well under an hour into this match, only 50 minutes in. Nice return, barely makes it over, and then Sinner does a redrop off of that short ball return, and it is deuce. And as MUSETTI walks by the camera and points at it. I'm not sure what that was about, but he kind of looked at the camera and pointed at it, saying like that was your fault. Ooh, good effort there by MUSETTI, but just couldn't get to it. MUSETTI's pretty quick. Yeah, I don't know. They're showing the replay. He like pointed his racket right at the camera. All right, there we go. Serve out wide is good. Return up the middle, and then an easy +1 inside out forehand on the is a winner there for Sinner. So advantage Sinner after saving a couple break points. He now has a game point. Also, folks, potatoes. Don't eat potatoes. Like seriously, I used to wake up and I'd have bread with 2 eggs and a hash brown. And now I've cut out carbs completely. Like literally I've had maybe the amount of 3 French fries in the last month. That's how much potatoes I've had. And honestly, I think just that alone, as well as the junk food, has brought my sugar levels down. And Sinner ends up holding, so we are level at 1 game apiece in the second set. All Italian battle going on here in Monte Carlo, Monaco, folks, at the Rolex Monte Carlo Masters ATP 1000 tournament. This is the 4th quarterfinal of the day. We already have Runa is made it through. He will face the winner of this match. We also have Fritz made it through, and we also had Andrei Rublev made it through. So Rublev will face Fritz in the semis, and the winner of this match will face Runa. So you are all caught up, folks. By the way, all 3 of those matches from earlier today were in straight sets. So not too much drama. Hopefully we'll have a little more in this one. MUSETTI, after a medium-length rally, goes forehand into the net on a routine rally ball, and it is love 15 on his serve. Not dull, not sharpened, blunted? Well, in Vancouver, the word blunt definitely goes around quite a bit. Potatoes are the best, but to each their own. So, Max, what you want to hear something crazy? My father, when he was alive, he's famous for making like a stuffed chapati. It's kind of like a tortilla, but it's an Indian style tortilla, and you take this seasoned potatoes and you put it inside, and then so you're basically making like a stuffed potato fajita kind of thing. And he was like world famous, like all of his nieces and nephews in India and anywhere in the world. We have a huge family. So we have family in the US, Canada, India, all over the place. And whenever my dad would go to someone's house, like whether it was a wedding in Ohio or Sacramento or India, people would always be like, can you please make us the potato chapatis that you make? So he had world famous potato chapatis. And one day he told me, he's like, Covey, potatoes are poison. And I was like, Dad, what are you talking about? It's a vegetable. And he'd always tell me, Covey, potatoes are poison. And I was like, Dad, the most famous thing you make is a potato thing, you know? And how can you say that? And I always used to think that was crazy, but I see what he's saying now. If you, there's, it's just all sugar. Potatoes are just carbs and sugar. So whether, you know, if you look at something on the ingredients, this is crazy. I learned, by the way, nice little rally going on. We got forehand Sinner inside out, Musetti with the backhand. Sinner makes his way to the net, but the backhand from Musetti clips the top of the tape. And Sinner now breaks for a 2-1 lead. Uh-oh. So yeah, so in regards to the potatoes, so what I learned was when doing my research for cutting my sugar, there are 66 different terms for sugar on an ingredient package. It could be carbohydrates, it could be syrup, could be agave, it could be whatever. There's 60 different names for sugar. So anyways, potatoes, when my dad would say potatoes are poison, I'd be like, what are you talking about, man? Like, but now I understand what he's saying. If you eat too much of that stuff, then your body starts not processing certain things. So anyways, there you go. We're talking a lot about food. Let's see. We got Peaches Musetti feeling confident after beating Nole. Covey living on ration book diet. Yeah. I was really freaked out, man, when the doctor was like, oh, you're gonna have pills morning and night the rest of your life, you're gonna feel nauseous. I was like, no, I don't accept that. I've not seen any of this yet. Is Musetti doing anything? Not really. He's just getting broken. He's playing okay, but Sinner's just playing better. Thinks of life without potatoes. I'm living it right now, man. It's hard. Same. I hope Musetti is trying his best right now, but Jannik is a very tough opponent. Agree, Ems. I'd give up sweet stuff before cheese. Yeah, cheese. Luckily, my doctor's like, you need protein, so keep having cheese. He's like, you already have enough of that stuff in your Indian diet, lentils and proteins. All right, here we go. Game 4 is underway officially. Sinner, first serve is a fault. Here's the second serve is good. Musetti return up the middle. Forehand Sinner goes long, and it is love 15. However, remember, Sinner is up 2-1. He's up a break early in this one. We got Paul Ross saying, hi, nerd. Hello. Are you talking to me or someone else? Not sure, but either way, there you go. Cedric, M's cheese is the best. Cheese is amazing. Boccaccini with some olives. Tennis Twit. Hey, guys. Welcome, Tennis Twit. I assumed Tennis Twit was a male for the longest time, and then she was like, no, Covey. I'm a girl. Covey's back. Hello again, 707 Lady T. Hello. Great to have you, Lady T, as always. Not enough, though, but yes, have to look after the body. Good on you, Covey. Thank you, my friend. Had to do it because I was scared into doing it. It's better to figure it out before the doctor says, hey, you're going to have to take pills for the rest of your life. It's like, what? And I'm just generally against pharmaceutical pills anyways, normally. Like, I won't take an Advil unless I've had, been sick for 3 days and I can't handle it anymore. I'm like one of those guys. So it was even more. Chris Ka, do you know what happens to cows and their babies for people eat cheese? I hope you read or see videos about it. Yes. So I've been vegetarian my whole life. I did grow up having dairy. I no longer have any milk. I do have cheese. So I know that's a cop out, but I don't have any milk anymore. We make our own homemade yogurt. The only thing that I do have that's from cows now is cheese. So yeah, I do, and I have looked that up. Jannik. Haha, Covey says Tennis Twit. Peaches. We have to eat in moderation, but that's not easy to do. When I get stressful, I eat. So that does not work for me. Yeah, same here. And that was another thing. that I had to kind of go through was the stress of like COVID, and my mother had a stroke all at the same time. So I basically, my life got flipped around, and a whole bunch of times I would just eat very. Oh, Sinner holds there, by the way. So 3-1. He's starting to cruise, folks. It's starting to look like a foregone conclusion. But yeah, when all that stuff happens, cows are turned slaves and their babies are killed. Yeah, they artificially impregnate cows so that they continue to lactate over and over and over. It's horrendous. It is really horrendous. Animals, milk, and cheese are sourced for inflammations in our body. Back to tennis. Sinner is amazing. Yeah, so my next thing is to cut out cheese in the end. So I started with dairy. I do eat eggs, and like I said, we make homemade yogurt, but I just stopped liking milk. I just didn't like around the end of my teens. So I always go for almond milk now or oat milk. All right. All right, we got a nice little forehand to forehand rally. Now forehand inside out Musetti, backhand Sinner. Musetti makes his way to the net and volleys it into the open court. It is 15 all now on the Musetti serve. Life hits you that way. Prayers, Cubby Mom. Yeah, thanks, Cedric. By the way, thank you to everyone who wished my mom happy birthday yesterday. She had a good day. She got herself an Apple Watch, actually. And we had a nice brown rice sushi dinner. Paul saying nice skip. Paul definitely says some really stupid stuff a lot, so I don't always put it on the screen. But hey, Paul, whenever you put something non-stupid on the screen, then I'll put it up there. But if you continue putting really stupid, really dumb comments, then yeah, I'm going to skip them. So there you go, Paul. Thanks for joining the chat. Really appreciate you. Oh, Max saying prayers to your mom, Cubby. Thank you very much. Poor Laura, this is quite come down after Lorenzo, after the high of beating the Joker on power. I think Musetti needs time on the ball to wind up his strokes, and Sinner gives you no time. Yeah, Sinner has a lot of power, firepower from both sides. Cedric saying mom spoiled, good to see. Sorry for calling you a nerd. Oh, no, it's okay. I'm just saying it's a stupid comment, and it's like it's not really funny or anything. And you have said some very disgusting things before, Paul. So, and I have, of course, blocked you, and I will happily block you again. So far, you haven't said anything too stupid, other than something that someone who's 5-year-old would say to another 5-year-old, thinking that they're clever. But yeah, other than that, you're doing great, Paul. You haven't been blocked yet. Max, I hope Musetti can win more matches after this tournament. He will. Don't you worry. He will. I got a heart. And from Chris Ka. Thank you, my friend. All right, folks. So it is now 3-2. Sinner is going to serve after this break. He is up. He's up a break 3-2, and he's up a set 1-love. So he is only 3 games away, and it looks like he will be. I mean, if I'm a betting man, I'm putting money on him to face Holger Rune. And is that going to be tomorrow? Let me just double check. Probably. Yes. So tomorrow, Rublev Fritz is set for 4:30 a.m. my time. So that's going to be, I think they're 8 hours ahead, 9 hours ahead. So I'm not sure what's going on. There's a little delay here. Okay, it looks like. That was weird. It felt like a longer than average delay, but there was no medical timeout or anything. Anyways, here we go. Jannik Sinner is up. He's selecting the balls he will use for this game. And it is about to get down here. Game number 6 in the second set. Sinner up 1-love, and he is up a break here, serving at 3-2. First serve is long. Here comes a second serve. Yeah, I'd say energetically, Musetti, he's just not fully there. And yeah, I think that has something to do with the adrenaline of beating the world #1 yesterday. All right, forehand to forehand. Now backhand Sinner. That lands just inside the sideline. Backhand Musetti off the baseline there. And another forehand Musetti inside out, and it's a winner. So he takes the first point. It is love 15 on a Sinner serve. 146 kilometer per hour winner there from Musetti. Lorenzo. I feel like Lorenzo Musetti is like 1,000 times more of an Italian sounding name than Jannik Sinner. Jannik Sinner sounds like a German name. All right. Lob off the return, swinging volley from Sinner. Musetti lobs it off of that, but it lands just long of the baseline. 15 all. Musetti, like a typical Italian, using his hands, talking to his box. What the heck is going on? Jannik Sinner. All right, folks, we're still at 33 likes. I think we can get it up to 50 by the end of this match. If you do too, give us a like. All right, first serve at 15 all goes wide. Here is a second serve is good. Forehand return up the middle. Forehand Sinner. Forehand Musetti. Backhand Sinner. Forehand Musetti. Again to the backhand of Sinner. Cross court. Now backhand Musetti. Backhand Sinner. Cross court. Backhand slice Musetti. Backhand slice Sinner. Backhand up the line Musetti. Forehand cross court Sinner. Forehand Musetti goes into the net. Tries to go cross court. And it is 30-15. Max, I can agree of Jannik Sinner sounding like a German name. Yeah, totally. And he looks like a German guy too, or something like that, you know? Doesn't look as Italian. But he does have the fashion sense of an Italian. Italians are pretty fashionable. He seems to, I think fashion is one of his passions actually off court. Likes going to fashion shows and seeing what the new trends are and stuff like that. Very trendy fellow. First serve is long. Here comes a second serve at 30-15. Serve is good. Forehand return up the middle is long from Musetti, setting up a double game point. 40-15 for Jannik Sinner. Jannik Sinner. All right. Here we go. 40-15. First serve. Ooh, that was long. That was like 6 feet long, I think, that serve. Here's a second at 40-15. Serve is good. Forehand is long again from Musetti. So nice kick serve, and Musetti just couldn't handle it. And now Musetti is going to be serving at 2-4 here. Musetti, he's reaching, and he's touching his left oblique. So kind of like the where like your abdomen meets your waist, your abs meet your waist, kind of that. He looks like he's pressing down on it, like maybe something stretched there. Continue to look at that. But here we go. He's serving at 2-4 is Lorenzo Musetti. First serve is long. Here comes a second. Sean saying I said 4-2, maybe the other way around. Could be. Looking pretty good so far. Musetti goes backhand off of the return, and his backhand goes long. So it is now love 15. Yeah, so Musetti, he's kind of stretching out his, I think something's going on with his left, something like where his hip meets his kind of torso, or like I said, in his oblique area there, like where the abs are. What is going on here? I think Sinner thought a ball was clearly out and stopped playing because no one called anything. And then Sinner looked down and called it in. The umpire came down, also called it in. So I think, and yeah, the shot spot is, or Hawkeye is saying it was in as well. So does that mean it's the replay the point? Yeah, I don't understand what happened. They're replaying the point. So maybe someone, I didn't hear the call. They called it out when it was in and they're replaying it. All right, anyways, so Musetti off the return goes drop shot, and Sinner gets to it and punches that up the line for a winner. So now it's love 30. So I think what happened on the previous point, I didn't hear them call it out, but it was determined that it was in, so they did a replay of the point. Because at first I thought Sinner just stopped playing. He should have lost the point there. Oh, ace up the tee from Musetti. Rare ace in this match. Only the second of the match. First for Musetti, one each now. And it is now 15-30. If Musetti doesn't win this game, folks, I'm pretty much going to guarantee that Sinner's going to take it. Not a very bold prediction either there. Another forehand goes long from Musetti, just long of the baseline, and it is now 15-40. Double break point. Sinner needs to win one of these next 2 points, and he'll have a chance to serve it out for a spot in the semis. But yeah, Musetti is not moving great right now. Not obviously injured. Nothing is like, kind of in your face. But he just is not moving well. It's just kind of slowly moving around between points. Sinner, inside out forehand, tried to end that point there, but goes long and wide. So it's now 30-40 on the Musetti serve. Max, I hope Rafa can recover soon for the French Open. It's looking a bit bleak. Yeah, it is actually. I'm starting to get a little nervous as well. He always seems to find a way to find form there, but in Roland Garros. But this year's things are dragging out much longer than I think he was thinking. His fans definitely were thinking, and yeah. Cedric saying, can you only take a toilet break between sets? I think I saw Mehdi rush off yesterday after a game. Always wondered. I believe you're only allowed to do it between sets unless someone's like having a medical timeout or something, and then you can kind of really quickly go and do that. But no, I haven't read the rule book, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. Nice little rally. Sinner with a drop shot brings Musetti in. Musetti punches that up the line, and then a backhand up the line winner for Sinner. And there you go. He's got his double break advantage, and he will have a chance to serve it out for a spot in the semifinals against Holger Rune. All right, so Jannik Sinner now 1 game away from the semifinals, from a third straight Masters 1000 semifinal. Of course, he lost in the semifinals at Indian Wells to Alcaraz, and then he lost in the finals of Miami to Medvedev. And so now, will he make it one step further and win in the finals? I guess we'll find out in the next 48 hours or so. Sinner. You know what? Let's give him a button. He's been cruising.
Jannik Sinner. Jannik Sinner.
Jannik Sinner. Get that Sinner button. You have to go in your shorts during a set, says Sean. Cedric LMAO, Sean. Yeah, you just have to go. And hopefully, if you sweat as much as Rafa, people won't even know that's what you're doing. They'll just think it's body sweat. Pretty gross conversation, but hey, sometimes you got to have gross conversations. 1 hour and 12 minutes into this match, and Sinner will have a chance to serve it out. What do you think, folks? Will he hang on his first attempt to serve it out, or will he feel the pressure? First serve is long. Here comes the second serve. Serve is good. Forehand return. Forehand Sinner cross court. Forehand Musetti up the line. Backhand Sinner up the line. That's long. And it is love 15. Sinner looking kind of like a bumblebee with the black and yellow. Max, I'm not worried at all. He wouldn't be posting on Instagram if it was bad. Yeah. I mean, when I say I'm a little nervous, is I'm nervous that he's going to already, I guess, mention that he's going to miss Barcelona and Madrid. So that's the next 2 weeks. So I just hope that he is in form for Roland Garros. I'm sure, like I said, he if anyone knows how to get in form for Roland Garros, it's Rafael Nadal. Yeah, so let's hope for the best. Would love to see any combination of Djokovic, Nadal, Alcaraz, any combination, or maybe hopefully more than one combination of those two, of those three players playing each other at Roland Garros. All right, 15-all, Sinner. First serve is good. Return is up the middle. Forehand cross-court, Sinner. Musetti's forehand into the net. And now Sinner is up 30-15. 2 points away now, folks. Can he see the finish line? I think he can. I'm also nervous. Max, first year I decided to go to Roland Garros, and this is looking shaky. Oh, you're going this year. Crazy. That's a good point. Ems, yeah. Ems, if you want to know anything about Rafa, just ask Ems. She knows what's up. All right, second serve coming up here at 30-15 as the first one goes just a hair long. Lands right on the service line. Now forehand Musetti, and it goes into the net. And it is 40-15. You know what that means, folks? It is match point number 1.
Match point.
All right, folks. So Sinner has a match point, and even if he loses this match point, he'll have another match point because it is double match point. But let's see if he can put it away on the first. Here we go. Sinner serving for the match. First serve is good. Return is long. Musetti shoots that forehand long, and Sinner moves out of the way, dodging it like Neo dodges bullets in the Matrix. And that way he assures himself that he doesn't get hit by the ball and lose the point. So Jannik Sinner takes it in the all-Italian battle of 21-year-olds. Pretty routine victory, 6-2, 6-2 for Jannik Sinner. Definitely Lorenzo Musetti was unable to recapture the high of winning last night, or I guess I say yesterday, in Monte Carlo against world number 1 Novak Djokovic. So Jannik Sinner has just been cruising along here this year. Third straight semifinal in a 1,000 Masters level tournament, all in the last 6 weeks. So congratulations to Sinner. Hopefully he can finally get his hands on a big trophy. Let's see. Let us see. Cedric saying, we'll run through a couple of comments. We'll hit the one more Sinner button, then we'll call it a match here. But if Sinner could work on his drop shots and didn't look like a deer in headlights at the net, he would be unstoppable. Yeah, I agree with you. He would be he'd be very close to unstoppable if his net game and volley game got a little bit stronger. Max saying to Tennis Twit, I hope you have a wonderful time at Roland Garros. Thank you, Max. I really hope to see Rafa. M saying, woohoo! Cedric, Sinner. We'll hit that button in just a second. Sinner versus Runa. Yes, says Sean Power. Sean was close, actually. Had a 6-4, 6-2. Or was it? Yeah, 6-4, 6-2. So you were pretty close there. I cheated and just said Sinner in 2. Took the easy way out. Sinner, my 2 picks still alive, says Tennis Twit. Saying Sinner or Runa for the win for Monte Carlo. Costel, you can celebrate. There you go. M saying Sinner beat Runa and Fritz beat Rublev. That's what I believe Ems wants to happen. So Ems wants to see a Sinner Fritz final, if I'm reading that correctly. All right, folks, we're going to give Sinner a button. Then we're going to come back, see if there's any more comments, and then wrap it up. But let's give it up one time for our victor, our champion, the 21-year-old from Italy. Who am I talking about? Jannik.
Jannik Sinner. Jannik Sinner.
All right, folks. Peaches saying congrats, Sinner. Covey, thanks for the stream. See you, GTL fam. Cedric, Peaches, take care. I hope Rublev can make the finals, says Tennis Twit. Peaches saying, fam, thanks, Covey from Ems. You're very welcome, Ems, and thank you for your contributions. Always, always, always appreciate it. Cedric, dancing beer and another emoji there. So love it. Oh, it's a bunny there. I got it. Thanks, Covey. LMAO at the center button. Yeah, it's really funny. The visuals, especially, Ben really killed that one. Also like the sound of the beat. Like it's really nicely engineered. All right, folks, that's going to do it for me. As mentioned, we have Runa tomorrow. We'll face Jannik Sinner in one of the semifinals. We have Rublev versus Fritz in the other. Not sure if I'm going to be doing any of those. They might be a little too early for me, but I will wake up early and see what's going on, see if they need anyone to cover the matches. So oftentimes during these tournaments, because it's the middle of the night for me, I don't know if they're looking for someone to call the match until I actually wake up and see a message. So I don't know if I'll be calling it, but definitely Game to Love will. So stay tuned to the channel. Thank you to everyone for joining me. Thank you to everyone for giving us your support, your likes. We made it to 33 today, so not too shabby. Yeah, it was a really good day of tennis. So enjoy the rest of the tournament. If I don't see you for the rest of this tournament, but if I do, I'll see you then. And have yourselves a great day, afternoon, evening, wherever that may be. Peace out from Vancouver. I am Covey for the Game to Love Tennis Podcast. Peace.